Jeffree Star shades James Charles on Thanksgiving. Let's talk about it. Oh, honey. Check it out. So I went to this place called Bussy's. It's like a gas station, and I picked this up. I mean, this was all over the place. If you guys live in Texas or you guys know about this logo, Bussy's or something like that, let me know what you think about it. It was an experience. So I shot a vlog. I'll put it up on my shopping channel. So shout out to Bussy's. All right. So before I get started, I am honestly quite shocked. And honestly, this between me, I'm gagging. And I don't really have a gag reflex, so I'm kind of shocked by that. About what Jeffree Star did with James Charles. I'm kind of shocked by that. So this is a video in the background here I'm gonna have playing. It's an old video of Jeffree Star and James Charles and stuff like that, just having a background. But I just want to say this, right? First of all, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I'm back in town to shut it down. I went to Dallas, Texas yesterday with my friend Haley, and we saw Dolly Parton perform, and it was an emotional experience. So thank you, Haley, for the invitation, and I love you so much. So check this out, right? I just want to say, before I go any further, let me cover my bases. It is Black Friday, so shout out to Manscaped. They're having huge Black Friday deals over at manscaped.com. And don't forget, you can use my code RichLux at checkout, or you just click the link down below and the discount automatically applies at checkout. Now, before I go any further, there's a really great deal they have going on right now for, the whole Black Friday gig. It's not all about, shavers and razors. They have so much more over there at different price points, so definitely check it out. And thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video. And I just want to Black Friday shopping haul. And honestly, guys, if you have found, as a community, if you have found a really good Black Friday deal somewhere, don't gatekeep. Please, I beg you, I implore you, put it down below in the comments. I really want to know, some really good deals, because I love Black Friday. Okay, don't forget, like the video, leave a comment. It helps me out so much with the engagement and the whole algorithm gig, because God knows I can't get a like to save my life. Can't get subscribers to save my life. Can't get views to save my life, but thank you guys for that. All right, so let's talk about it. So first of all, this has been boiling up, okay? And in between the Colleen Ballinger drama, Eugenia Cooney drama, the Boogie 2988 documentary video that I made that nobody watched on my channel the other day, in between all that, I have just been feeling extremely overwhelmed with drama. It's usually it's kind of it has this pace, but it has just exploded the last couple of weeks, and I'm just have been struggling to keep up, because I'm just oh my God, there's so much going on. So you may see multiple videos upload. Just keep a lookout for that, okay? Well, this started the other day because Jeffree Star, was on TikTok, and I guess he saw either my video or someone else's video where this guy came forward and said that James Charles sent him inappropriate messages when he was 16 years old. I was like, okay, same old gig, we heard it before, except this person is now of age. They think they're, 19 now, they're of age or something, and they're like, this is what James Charles did to me when I was 16. So, sending them pictures. So the guy came forward, right? He made this huge, long video. I'm not gonna include it in here, it's super long, but I made 2 videos already talking about it, so just check that out on my, on my wall if you guys want to watch that video of him detailing it.
I'm on how I was one of James Charles' victims.
Coming forward. Well, Jeffree Star saw that gentleman's video, and Jeffree Star responded. Jeffree Star responded to James Charles, and this is huge. Several times. First of all, he responded in a kind of subtle, shady way, and then he also responded verbally. Okay, so there's 2 things right there. So here we go. So the subtle, shady way is on Jeffree Star's TikTok, which is hot right now. I mean, Jeffree Star goes live, thousands upon thousands of just people watching him live, and they're throwing money. He's ranking. I barely found out what that was all about. He's ranking #1 on the ranks and all that stuff like that. It's insane. It's very competitive over there on the TikTok or on the Tiki Talk. Very competitive, and he's doing quite well for himself, and I would say right now that's probably his hottest social media platform is TikTok. Well, if you look at Jeffree Star's TikTok, there's a share tab, and if you click it, it's videos that he's been sharing. Well, one of the videos that he shared was James Charles saying, that he likes younger guys. I thought that was so shady. I think we have the clip. Let me roll it for you. Here we go.
I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. I would date the absolute youngest, 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or 24 that has a young personality.
All right, so he shared that on his on his TikTok, which then put it out even further to more people who are gonna see it. Well, girl, Nikki Snake, Jeffree Star is at it again, because you're not gonna believe this, okay? Yesterday, on Thanksgiving night, he again mentioned James Charles. I have it's exclusive video, shout out to Marva John, and I have it here. Let me pull it up for you.
Sorry, wrong person. I know we both start with J, but yeah. The one that likes adults and the one that has the real money is right here. And I actually own my own brand. Taps and roses.
Math dude.
Yeah.
Let's go, math dude.
Yeah. Alright, y'all. Doubles. Here we fucking go. And that's on the motherfucking truth. Alright, y'all. Grown, thick men. Sorry. Wrong person. I know we both start with J, but yeah. The one that likes adults and the one that has the real money is right here. And I actually own my own brand. Taps and roses.
Math dude.
Yeah.
Let's go, math dude.
Yeah. Alright, y'all. Doubles. Here we can go. And that's on the fucking truth. Alright, y'all. Doubles. Let's go. What do we got? Grown, thick men. Sorry. Doubles. Let's go. What do we got? Grown, thick men. Sorry. Wrong person. I know.
So he said that he likes grown, thick men, wrong person. All right, and then he says this.
Start with J, but
the whole J, Jeffrey, James. Okay.
yeah. The one that likes adults and the one that has the real money is right here.
And Jeffree Star said the one who likes adults, the one who has the real money is right here. Here we go.
And I actually own my own brand.
And it actually owns my own brand. I think because there's been speculation that James Charles has investors helping him fund the whole entire painted line. And so this is Jeffree Star once again shading James Charles. Somebody must have said something in the chat.
Taps and roses.
Math dude.
Yeah.
Let's go, math dude.
Yeah. Alright, y'all.
Okay.
Doubles. Here we fuck.
So first of all, whoever math dude was, let me tell you how it goes, okay? Take Jeffree Star out of the equation. Put whatever socialized celebrity you like on TikTok. And let's say you're gonna send a gift that's gonna light up the screen. They're gonna say your name, math dude, whatever, right? Girl. Shout out to Bussies. Shout out to Bussies. So I just kind of felt like, this is just me. If Jeffree Star is shading James, that's the moment you want to send the big gifts. So, because you know it's being screen recorded, people are talking in the comments, throw that gift so that way when all the people screen record, your name's being seen and all that stuff like that. It's just, I don't understand how people don't do that. So anyways, again, he shaded James, and I thought about it because I got the receipt this morning, and I thought to myself, I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, I've always said that I know y'all have y'all's reservations, but just hear me out, right? And I'm not trying to defend James. I'm not going to defend James. They can defend themselves. They're people. That's why there's lawyers and all that stuff like that. But like, this is another instance where James Charles still has not spoken out, has not defended himself, has not said anything at all. And then I know I'm going to see, like, I saw a couple comments. Well, why was Jeffree Star on TikTok on Thanksgiving, multi-billionaire and stuff like that? And my thing is, I thought about that too. I was just like, you know what? Like, he gets on TikTok, right? And then it's just like him being a businessman. People are just like throwing roses and galaxies and all that stuff like that just for existing, right? So it's almost like, well, you know, I already did what I had to do today. Let me go ahead and jump on TikTok. And he gets on there, and so I just feel like it's like an extra revenue stream for him. So it would be different if he was just sitting there and nobody was sending anything. Well, then you're just wasting your time. But obviously, he's like ranking up and getting roses and galaxies and lions and tigers and witches and wardrobes and all that. So there actually is lions. There actually is witches. And I believe there is wardrobes, like gifts or whatever. So he's on there receiving lions, witches, and wardrobes on the TikTok. So go ahead. And those are like, what, $100 each or something like that? I don't even know. But anyways, so the fact that he shaded James on Thanksgiving on TikTok, I just thought it was like the ultimate slap in the face of James Charles. And James Charles still has not responded. And I wonder why. You know, I don't understand why James Charles doesn't say like leave me alone, you bully, leave me alone. Like something, because he can't. James Charles can't say that. James Charles is backed into a corner, right? Because he can't sit there and say that Jeffree Star is being a bully. He can't. He would have to force to acknowledge what Jeffree Star is saying. If Jeffree Star keeps poking the bear with James Charles will say something. And you know how I know this? It's a pattern of behavior. Because James Charles lashed out at Trisha Paytas and other people. Remember when she came for him and Charli D'Amelio and stuff like that? And I think Trisha was hinting at James Charles manipulating Charli D'Amelio or something like that. He got on camera and denounced it and stuff like that. It's very much that, right? Okay, James Charles has nothing to do but just be quiet. But Jeffree Star is basically like the queen or king, whichever one he chooses. But I'm going to put the emphasis as a queen if we're going to play chess here, is moving around the board freely. Because the queen can move up, backwards, left, right. Jeffree Star can move around the board freely, right? And James Charles is kind of like, he's stuck. Because Jeffree can say these things about him. It's not like he's lying. It's not like he's making it up for views and clicks. What Jeffree Star is saying is fact. One thing I know about Jeffree Star, by watching him so many years, is that Jeffree Star will not lie about like real things in the world. He may sit there and say that he has 10 boyfriends and all this crazy stuff and like 100 million acres of land and stuff like that. He'll lie about himself, but I think because a lot of people do that, they kind of like what's the occasion? Like I want to put it to the right word here. It's kind of like, let's say you have $20, but then you say you have like $25, something like that. It's kind of like you make yourself sound like 10 times bigger than what you are. It's like this grandiose thing. It's like drama, dramatic, over sensationalize something. Jeffree Star is a comedian. Jeffree Star tends to like do everything at like at an extreme. But one thing he doesn't do is just, he was not gonna lie about people. He'll may like lie about himself, but you know what I'm saying? Like when he'll say things like, yeah, I'm over here, I got like some rappers over here in the background, we finna have a threesome, see you later, bye. Like stuff like that. People can call that a lie, people can say he's joking, whatever. But most people are gonna, oh, he's lying and a half. But he's not gonna do that with like actual things out there. This is so problematic. The fact that James Charles still does not say anything at all. Anything at all. And I don't think he will. And if Jeffree Star keeps doing it, other people are gonna do it too. And the bigger James Charles gets, I think this will come up again and he'll have to face it because more and more people are doing lives on TikTok. I just saw Nikki Tutorials get on there the other day and have like 7,000 people watching her live. A matter of fact, let me try to stream snipe and see if she's like even on right now. So a stream snipe means like when somebody's on live stream and you go and you watch their live while they're live. All right, so I'm gonna type in Nikki Tutorials. Here she is right here. So as of right now, nope, she has 8.1 million. No, she's not. This is her last TikTok.
I know a lot of you guys wonder how I keep my skin looking this good while doing all of this to it day in, day out.
What is she releasing now?
Guess what? It is this bad boy right here. Welcome to the stage, Ulla Henriksen, strength trainer.
Oh my God, this sponsor for you page, oil partner. There's no hashtag ad. Okay, yeah, the thing, whatever. Okay, just a face wash. Okay, whatever. Same old. All right, but I just can't. I just can't fathom that there's so many people out there who align themselves with Jeffree Star, align themselves with Shane Dawson, align themselves with Eugenia Cooney, but get all up in arms when they align themselves with Mr. Beast, when they align themselves with other, you just fill in the blank, right? But the James Charles, no one says anything at all. I mean, you have like Patrick Ta is friendly with James Charles, Patrick Star, you have the Kardashians, you have so many other influencers who align themselves and hang out with James Charles. And I'm thinking like, okay, so y'all get upset about the Jeffrees and the Eugenias and the Shanes, but it's a different situation when it's the, did that make sense? Like, I hope I'm trying to make sense here. Like, it's been a long couple of days. I don't know, I find that interesting. And so, Another thing I find interesting enough is the fact that, and I've said this before in several vlogs, is the fact that Jeffree Star continues to even mention, what's that guy's name? James Charles. Like, I don't know. In my mind, I just feel like Jeffree Star is just like up here and James is down here. Like, why do you keep mentioning him? Like, you're above that, James. Like, you're like so much better than that. Like, does that make sense? It's like, stop giving him any attention. He's boring in the house. But I say that, but then I feel like social media likes to pin Jeffree and James Charles against each other because like they just had a palette launched the other day and people are saying, oh my god, James Charles sold out of his palette and James Charles sold more palettes than Jeffree Star. And I want to say this about that now that the little dust has settled. I think that James Charles palette, what palette did I use today? I use a small independent brand palette called House of Aubrey. It's like a unicorn little palette, it's so cute. And so, okay, check it out. So, oh, and the lashes are J.Lo Rose, small independent brand. Shout out J.Lo Rose. They probably don't even watch these videos. But check it out. James Charles launched his palette, okay? And it was his first palette. Like, James Charles has a little community, has a little following, right? People can overlook the stuff that he's admitted, all right? So when he launched his palette, it was a celebration within his little community, and it was his first palette, right? Jeffree Star has launched palettes upon palettes upon palettes. Like, oh my, you know how many palettes Jeffree Star has launched? I can count them on my hand. You want to go down that road? Blue Blood, Cremated palette, Alien palette, Androgyny 2. Right, then there was that, was it Blue Blood Anniversary palette? No, Blood Sugar Anniversary palette, and then Blood Sugar, the 7 right there. Gothic Bitch, or Gothic Beach, and then... Okay, that's just 8 already, just off the top of my head. And not even to mention the highlighters, the mirrors, and all stuff like that, right? So when Jeffree Star launches a new palette, there's some excitement. But there was much more excitement when it was his first ever palette into the world, right? So it's like if I were to drop a music video, it's like, well, you know, we've seen your music videos before. You know, you've seen one, you've seen them all. Seen one palette, you've seen them all, type thing. So I think the reason why James Charles had such like, I guess people are buying it, which I don't even believe it. Let me just tell you why, guys. Like, I literally believe in this world where I just don't know what's real or what's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's bots, there's fake comments, fake lives, likes, fake views. There's so much fake stuff going on, and I just don't know what's real, right? So to see James Charles selling 4,000 palettes, I'm just kind of like, well, is that even real? Was this manipulated in some way? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, I don't understand. So all that to say this, first of all, 40,000 palettes, or was it 4,000? I don't even know. 4,000 palettes. I feel like that's kind of on the low end, because what are these? I just feel like it's super low anyways. Then there's the manipulation involved of like, oh, we sold out. Oh, it's back in stock now. Like, because James Charles did do that day. I have that receipt. If you want me to put it, I'll put it in here. Back me into a corner. I have the receipt. So all that to say this is like, I think that he had such success on his palette because it was his first palette. Okay, it's like, oh, I give it to him. Where Jeffree, he had success in his own right, because he was #1 on TikTok that day, 2 days in a row, or 3 days in a row, or 4 days in a row, equivalent to over like $40,000 a day just off TikTok, not including sales off the palette that he dropped that day, then his birthday, and having Shane Dawson, Eugenia Cooney, and all these powerhouses there. It was a lot of wins on both ends. And I think that James Charles was secretly watching Jeffree Star and just like looking at what he's doing. And I feel that way. I feel like James Charles can sit there and ignore Jeffree Star and act like Jeffree Star's not saying these things about him. But I think that James watches Jeffree. I think he's kind of like, okay, this is a person who's been in the game for a while, on top of the secret conversation that James Charles had with Peter Mon, where James Charles admitted to Peter Mon, and James Charles told Peter Mon, I want what Jeffree Star has. Boom. I want that boyfriend thing. I want that. He wanted that, you know? The only thing I ever want from Jeffree Star is his metabolism. Oh, if I had the metabolism, oh my God, I would rule the world. Anyways. So if you shop at Sephora, there's a Sephora drama that's going on right now. Let me just tell you what, let me show you, here we go.
Sephora has literally lied to me and many other customers for the past 2 months, and I am going to expose them. I have been dreading posting this video, but I honestly don't see another choice. It might be a little long of a video, but please stay till the end. I have receipts, I have everything, and I find it funny that Sephora is trying to bury this and that no one will talk about it. Earlier this year, Sephora brought back their event Sephoria, which was a live event in New York City that promised makeup, giveaways, just a ton of stuff. Essentially, it was like Halloween if you love makeup. It took place from September 29th to September 30th, and there were 2 tiers of tickets. One being the Silver Key, which got you access to 1 3-hour session, which would be one of their master classes that they would host that day. Explore 8+ rooms with 50+ unique experiences. Take home a beauty swag bag worth $500+. Now, if you're a Rouge member, you were able to buy these tickets at the beginning of July, and they sold out so fast. Now, fast forward a couple months, I'm on my way to Sephora in Manhattan, and 10 minutes before this event is about to start, we get this email. To sum it up, there was a lot of rain in New York City that day, and there was flooding, so they decided to cancel the event out of precaution. I was obviously upset, but completely understood, because if it's a safety concern, I get it. But I found out after that they canceled this event that they were still forcing all of their employees in the New York area to show up for their shifts at the Sephora location that they worked at. So for a company that's so concerned about safety, I find it comical that they are forcing their employees, who literally had no way of getting to work, to show up at work. But I digress. Now, as this was going on, we received the email. There was tons of people that were lined up outside waiting to get into the event. People essentially were getting turned away and told, too bad, so sad. While the whole time, Sephora is still posting on their socials about the Sephoria event. Almost like they didn't want people to know that they canceled it within 10 minutes of it starting. But it didn't take long for a bunch of people to start commenting on all their socials asking for refunds. And they replied, please email troubleshoot@sephora2023.com. So I went ahead and emailed them. Now I really need to paint the picture for you for how horribly they managed this. Not only did they only comment on that one TikTok to send an email to the email that was provided, but I found through another comment on Instagram that you actually had to send an email to experiential@sephora.com. And with that, Sephora promised that we would not only get a refund, but we would also get our swag bag for our corresponding ticket. If you bought a silver ticket, you got a $500 plus gift bag. And if you bought a gold ticket, you got a $1,000 plus gift bag. So that day, I sent my email at 3:35 explaining the situation, how I was honestly disappointed, gave them my address to send the bag to, and that was that. So around a month later, I heard absolutely nothing from Sephora. They pretty much buried this whole incident on their social media, which I'm not surprised. So I went ahead and reached out to Sephora to ask about my refund and the swag bag. You can pause to read. But essentially, I heard that people were saying that they were not getting refunds or a gift bag. And you can see right here that she confirmed that yes, we would be getting a refund and a gift bag. Now, fast forward a month after that, and I still have not received a refund or a gift bag. I have been reaching out to them and got no response, so I decided to follow up again with their live chat. I explained the situation once more, how I heard that people weren't getting their tracking numbers and also weren't getting their gift bags. And this next part should not surprise me, but I was then told that I was not eligible to receive one. Shortly after that, the Sephora beauty advisor cut me out of the conversation, put me on with a new Sephora beauty advisor, who then told me if you have not received the bag by November 30th, you will not be receiving it, and offered to put 500 points on my account. Now, my whole issue with this is the fact that I keep getting told that we as customers were not eligible to receive a bag. But when I ask for what the eligibility is on receiving a bag, they have no answer. And you can clearly see here that you will take home a beauty swag bag worth $500+ if you buy a silver key, which almost seems like false advertising if they're not even going to provide that for us. And that's it. I've tried talking to many other beauty advisors and they keep telling me the same thing. Basically, there's nothing that they can do and there's nothing that they will do. And not that they owe us anything, but I also haven't heard anything from the hosts of the masterclass that were supposed to take place that day. And that included Charlotte Tilbury, Rare by Selena Gomez, and Milk Makeup. Honestly, I'm making this video so no one finds himself in the same situation next year, because it's ridiculous the way that they've treated us and kind of gaslit us through this whole...
I don't know. There's some things I just wanted to point out, but Jeffree Star dressed James Charles, and I guess we're just waiting to see if James Charles says anything back. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know any Black Friday deals. I'm gonna go ahead and try to wash this gig off, and I'll be over on TikTok later, but I'm gonna go Black Friday shopping, see what I can find. Let me know what you find in the comments down below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.